one thing I know now that I wished I'd known when I'd started out. That is a tricky one. I knew everything, obviously. Don't take it so personally. That's probably the one thing that I wish I'd known a decade ago or so ago when I started this journey was it's not about you. I will admit I've got an ego. I don't think it's the biggest. I don't think it's the smallest. But what you have to remember is, as an Agile coach, you're going to work with people. Success is their success. Be willing to take failure on the chin because you may as well. It's not going to help the team unless it's a learning opportunity, but certainly don't let them take blame in things. But really, I was invested in everything being right. I was a standard product of Western education. You did things to be right, not to learn. And that meant that when things went wrong, I failed. I got something wrong. And that didn't help because, and I'm sure many people go through this, is you do something, you think it's going to work. You put your heart and soul into it and it doesn't work. It doesn't come out the way you wanted. And today I look at it and think, okay, I had a hypothesis, I tested the hypothesis, I learnt the hypothesis was wrong. At the start of my Agile coaching career, I would have looked at it and gone, I had a hypothesis, I tested my hypothesis, I was wrong. Which is a very, very big difference in that internal monologue. I spent a lot of my time trying to work out where I was wrong, how things, not what I could learn from it, but why I was wrong. Where the mistake was made somewhere in the past that led me to this point. And that's not actually that helpful. Self-awareness is reflection on, okay, so the hypothesis wasn't correct. Okay? With a new learning, is there any validity in what we held? Or, is there a way of testing parts of it that may still stand? Which bits stand, which bits don't? That kind of conversation is good. Actually going back and looking at yourself and saying, you got it wrong, personally you got it wrong. No. What I learned was we work as a team. Agile coaches may work on their own, okay, but they're never exclusively on their own. Because what would you do as an Agile coach with nobody else about? You'd just be stood there thinking, how can I improve? That's not Agile coaching, that's a weird internal conversation. I'm not saying I've never had that. What we do is we work with people. We come up with hypotheses to help them improve, to help organisations improve. Well, guess what? There are other people on this journey with you. Talk to them. You will have talked to them, undoubtedly. Okay? So you didn't get it wrong. I didn't get it wrong. We had a reasonable assumption. As a collection of intelligent people, we came up with an idea, we tested it, it turned out to not be founded. Okay. That's not a bad thing. Okay. What's worse? Carrying on unaware that your foundations are faulty or being aware of it. I'll be honest, if I found out my house's foundations were faulty, that would cause me anxiety. That would be a problem. But what would be worse is not knowing about it when they failed. And suddenly, bang, it's all gone. At least I've got within my power now an ability to resolve it. So for me, the thing that really I know now is don't take things so personally. It's not about you. When you come up with an idea, the idea needs to survive. Your ego can be left at the door. Okay? Because when it goes well, you're not getting the credit. Okay? As an Agile coach, you're invariably working to help other people succeed. So when an idea goes well, be it yours or anybody else's, they get the credit. They are better at their job. They are doing a great thing. And that's right. Okay. So we don't take all of that blame on us personally. We may take it off the team and say, yeah, blame me, and then just discard it and say, you know what, that's fine. So for me, that's probably one of many of the biggest learnings I've had personally is don't take things so personally. It's a job. Okay? It might be a passion, it might be a vocation, you may call it what you want, But at the end of the day, you're going to get stuff wrong. Okay? Own it, learn from it, and move on. If you've got to this point in the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you want to hear more from me, more answers to questions that maybe you've got in the Agile world, please subscribe to the channel. And if you've got a question that you really want answered, drop it in the comments. I promise we'll get around to it. Thank you.